The Davis County Mustangs play here on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network. Be sure to catch live online streaming of every Davis County baseball game right here on ottumwaradio.com. Previous games can be viewed on demand at ottumwaradiosports.com. Now, let's head down to the field for Mustang baseball. Here's Ellis Kojo.
Davis County baseball is live from Eddyville. The first of two today between Davis County and the Eddyville-Blakesburg Fremont Rockets. Great to have you with us on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network. Ellis Kojo, along with our producer, Corey Finch, joining you on this Monday. You're listening to the Nutrient Ag Solutions pregame show called Bob Lawson and his team today, where results in your field are their first concern. This is going to be a huge doubleheader between Davis County and EBF as heads and shoulders, Centerville is the best team in the South Central Conference. And the second place, or who may position themselves to make a run at Centerville, will probably be decided with this doubleheader, as EBF has a league record of 10-4, while Davis County has a league record of 7-3. So Davis County one ahead on the loss column, but EBF having 3 more wins. It's going to be a great two games between Eddyville-Blakesburg Fremont and Davis County. We'll talk about Davis County when we come back as we continue our Nutrient Ag Solutions pregame show. You're watching Davis County Baseball on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Whether you are on your own, starting a family, or living your best life, Success Bank has the products and services that will help achieve your financial goals. For all your financial needs, including loans, come see your community financial partner for cultivating success. Success Bank will give you the tools to achieve and manage your goals. Success Bank with locations in Bloomfield, Moulton, and Milton, your partner for success. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Are you installing a new septic system? The man to call is Jody at Geotech Sand and Stone. They have state-certified septic sand, as well as top-quality black dirt, fill sand, and washed gravel for landscaping. They also have large rocks to add to your landscaping. Geotech Sand and Stone has very competitive prices. Stop out and get a load, or have one of their contractors haul it for you. Call Jody today for more information at 799-1235. That's 799-1235. Geotech Sand and Stone, 3 miles west of Eldon on River Road. You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back to Eddyville-Blakesburg Fremont on the campus of the Rockets, where Davis County is getting set to play game 1 of 2 between the EBF Rockets and the Davis County Mustangs. This is Nutrient Ag Solutions pregame show called Bob Lawson and his team today, where results in your field are their first concern. And this is the Pulaski Lumber starting lineups. If you're starting a project around the house, make sure and check with Chris and the team first for all your building and hardware needs. For the Mustangs, Owen Bennett leads off. He's in right field. Trevor Slayton's at shortstop, batting second. Batting third and at third base is Cade Tharp. Caden Hill is batting cleanup. He's behind the plate catching. Clay Collier bats fifth. He's in left field. At second base is Noah Smollett, batting sixth. On the mound pitching is Caleb Wagler, batting seventh. Batting eighth and in first base is Logan Hale. And Goro Norman's in center field, batting ninth. Again for Davis County, Bennett in right, Slayton at short, Tharp at third. Hill catching, Collier in left, Smolik at second. Wagler pitching, Hale at first, Norman in center. And now for Eddyville-Blakesburg Fremont, coached by Tom Hallgren, their lineup looks like this. DJ Stout leads things off in center field. Jerry McCrae's the DH, batting second. Batting third is Wyatt Klein at short. Logan McCrae bats fourth, he is pitching. At second and batting fifth is Jaden Herr. Trey Moore is at third base, batting sixth. Batting seventh is Nolan Stetter at first. Zach Glenner's catching, batting eighth. And batting ninth and in left field is Riley Flagg. Again for EBF, Stout in center. McCrae is the DH, Klein at short. Logan McCrae is pitching, Herr at second, Moore at third. Stetter at first, Leonard catching, and Flagg is in left. We will step away from the national anthem when we come back. First pitch between Davis County and EBF, the first game of 2 here on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Attention Southern Iowa, do you need a better night's sleep? Maybe it's time to get a new mattress. Dixon's Mattress Outlet in Bloomfield has the most competitive prices on new mattresses in all different sizes. Darren sells camper mattresses, commercial bedding, rollaways, special order sizes, bed frames, and mattress protectors. Call Darren today and he'll meet you at the warehouse. Dixon's Mattress Outlet, 641-664-3060. That's 664-3060.
Spillman Auto Parts is a state-of-the-art full-service auto salvage facility in Bloomfield, Iowa. With acres of land, we can help you locate any part you might need, from quality used engines and transmissions to aftermarket accessories. Recycling and using parts help you save money, is better for our environment, and all parts are warrantied. If you need parts and need them fast, you've come to the right place. Spillman Auto Parts, with delivery to Ottumwa and Kirksville daily. Online at spillmanauto.com.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
And welcome back to Adeville, Blakesburg, Fremont, where Davis County is getting set to take on EBF in the first of two games in a key doubleheader between these two South Central Conference foes. You have been listening to the Nutrient Solutions pregame show called Bob Luss and his team today, where results in your field are their first concern. Logan McCrae's on the mound for Adeville, Blakesburg, Fremont as he throws in his warm-up tosses to his catcher, Zach Leonard. Davis County coming off their game at Busch Stadium just a day ago. It does not feel like a day ago. It feels more like a week ago. But yesterday they were at Busch Stadium. They played a rain-shortened 4-1 loss to Fairfield. And so the Mustangs will look to get back on the winning track in this game. I talked to head coach Todd White before the game, and he said that of course, if you bought a ticket to come to Busch Stadium to watch the Mustangs play Fairfield, you also were allowed entry into Busch Stadium for the Cardinals playing the Angels later in the game. And Davis County stayed in town, watched about 7 innings of the game before they made their way back to Bloomfield. It's going to be very interesting to see if Davis County shows any fatigue after getting back to Bloomfield late last night. Owen Bennett leads things off for the Mustangs facing Logan McCrae. Here's the wind. The first pitch of the game is a strike on the inside corner, and we're underway. First pitch is at 5:26. The 0-1 is swung on and missed, and it's quickly 0-2 to Owen Bennett. So game was scheduled to start at 5:30, just a couple minutes early. And now the 0-2 pitch is hit on the ground, and it goes past her at second and into center field. That took a bad hop on Jaden Herr. So the baseball gods helping out Bennett there. We'll call that a hit as Herr had a bad hop. And now here's Trevor Slayton. Trevor Slayton batting .472 on the season. A team-high 3 homers and 9 runs driven in. Off-speed pitch is floated in for a strike from Logan McCrae. Bennett takes his lead from first. And now the 0-1. Runner goes, pitches in the dirt, and there's no chance to get Bennett. He has himself a stolen base. Leonard couldn't catch that pitch cleanly, and it's a stolen base for Owen Bennett. So Davis County off and running. Runner at second. Still nobody out here in the top of the first. Davis County looking to strike early versus the Rockets. Now with the count 1-1, Slayton looks at a ball to make the count 2 balls and 1 strike. Logan McCrae, this is his 7th appearance on the season. He is 4-0 on the year. Next pitch is hit high and foul. And that hits one of the buildings of the high school behind us for strike 2. 2-2 to count to Slayton. Logan McCrae, a right-handed junior. Bennett takes his lead from second, and out of 2-2 pitch is hit up the middle and past her for a base hit. Rounding third and coming in to score is Owen Bennett, and it's 1-0 Davis County. Trevor Slayton with an RBI single, and quickly, 2 batters in, Davis County has a 1-0 lead.
At bat, third baseman number 16, Cade Tharp.
Cade Tharp is the batter. And Tharp definitely a threat to leave the yard at any point. First pitch is an off-speed offering taken for a strike by Tharp. Cade is 250. He comes in with a batting average of 250 with 1 long ball with 7 runs driven in. The 0-1 coming from Logan McCray is taken high and inside for ball 1. McCray working quickly as he takes a glance over at first. And now comes home with a 1-1. Swing and a miss by McCray. And the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. McCray has 19 strikeouts over his 30 and a third innings of work. He has an ERA of 2.54 coming into today. Opponents are batting .202 against him. Another 1-2. Swing and a miss, and McCray is down on strikes for out number 1. That brings up Caden Hill, one of the more pleasant surprises of the Davis County season. Slayton leads off from first. The runner goes, pitch is taken low and outside for a ball, and Slayton is in standing at second. That's the second stolen base for Davis County in this first inning. Another man running in scoring position for the Mustangs. Hill has a .283 batting average. 9 runs driven in, and that pitch is taken outside for ball 2. I mentioned Hill being a pleasant surprise. He was just 1 of 11 last year for an .091 average, but .283 coming in as his batting average today. That's popped up straight back to the screen, and making the catch just short of the screen is the catcher Leonard for the second out. That brings up Clay Collier. And the left fielder checks in with a batting average of .333 with 9 runs knocked in. Man at second, 2 outs with a run in here in the top of the first. And the first pitch of Collier is a high offering that has popped up. Third base side, foul territory, and Moore's there to make the catch for the final out. But Davis County does score 1 run on 2 hits. No errors with a man left. And at the end of half an inning, it's Davis County 1. EBF coming up on the Catawba Radio Sports Network.
John at Collision Corner knows that when you get in an accident and need some work done on your vehicle, you want the process to go smooth and easy. That's why Collision Corner is your best choice. John is a preferred body shop, which means he can work directly with your insurance company. He will handle the claim from start to finish. Collision Corner knows you need your car back as soon as possible, and they will also pick it up and deliver it to you for free. When you have an accident, call John and his team at Collision Corner in Bloomfield, and don't forget to like them on Facebook.
Keith's Foods in Bloomfield has been serving the Bloomfield area since 1969 with quality cut steaks, ripe seasonal produce, scrumptious bakery cakes and sweets, fresh dairy products, and of course, tasty smoked meats. We also have available hunting licenses, stamps, money orders, and gift cards too. Open till 9 p.m. every day. We pride ourselves in providing small town service in a big way while keeping up with trends and latest items across the country. Yes, Keith's Foods is your hometown grocery store and so much more. Keith's Foods, where we always take your groceries out to your car. Proud supporter of the Davis County Mustangs.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Atomo Radio Sports Network.
Davis County 1, EBF coming up here in the bottom of the first. First inning is brought to you by Dix's Mattress Outlet, thinking them first to get a great night's sleep. Call Darren today. On the mound for the Mustangs is Caleb Wagler. He tossed a scoreless inning at Busch Stadium yesterday. I was going to say last night, but it was in the morning. And a quick turnaround from the Mustangs. As I mentioned at the top of the broadcast, looking to see if there was any rust with the Mustangs, or any fatigue, I should say, but none so far. Davis County already with 2 hits. They got a run in. 2 stolen bases in that first inning as well. And they have a 1-0 lead as Wagler finishes his warm-up tosses to his catcher, Caden Hill. He'll face an EBF team that lost their last game versus Centerville, but that's no shame at all. Centerville is undefeated in South Central Conference play. And EBF, with a record of 10-4 in the South Central Conference, 14-7 overall. And here's DJ Stout, the center fielder, to lead things off for the Rockets of EBF. Have to mention the Rockets jerseys as well. Rocking the pullovers with the sweet stripe down the middle. And the first pitch from Wagler's taken high and inside for ball 1. DJ Stout batting .235 on the season. And he has 7 runs knocked in. The 1-0 pitch is taken on the outside corner for strike 1. Clay Collier is in left, Garl Norman is in center, Owen Bennett is in right field. And here's the 1-1 from Wagler. On the outside corner, strike 2. Tharp at third, Slayton at short. Noah Smolik is at second. Hale at first with Hill ready to catch the 1-2 pitch from Wagler, and that's popped up. Noah Smolik calls for it at second, and he makes the catch for the first out. So now Jarrett McCray batting for Evan Yeager. Devin Yeager, I should say. So Jarrett McCray, the left-hander, versus the left-hander Wagler, and the first pitch from Caleb is taken in the back, and that's a hit by pitch. That was a curveball that just did not break inside, or broke too far inside, I should say. And now that brings up Wyatt Klein, the shortstop. Klein, a senior, batting .313, has 3 homers and 16 runs driven. This is an EBF team that can knock the ball out of the park. 6 homers, which is no small feat, and that had Klein tied up in knots as his check swing goes too far for strike 1. Man at first, 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Davis County up 1-0. The 0-1, taken high and outside for ball 1. Snap throw to first, not in time. Wagler now comes set. And the 1-1 pitch is driven out to right center field. That's trouble, and that drops for a base hit. Norman tries to cut it off. McCray rounding third, coming home, and the throw's not in time, and the score is tied at 1 on the RBI double by Wyatt Klein. So just like that, EBF ties it up, and they answer Davis County's run in the first with a run of their own. Man at second, 1 out for Logan McCray, who looks to help his own cause. Wagler's first pitch is a strike on the inside corner. The 0-1, high and outside for ball 1. Logan McCray batting .255. He does have 11 runs driven in. Another 1-1, swing and a miss. And it's 1-2. Man at second, 1 out. Score tied at 1, and Wagler steps off the rubber. Opponents are batting just a $144 against Wagler, and that pitch is hit foul behind us and out of play. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes to Logan McCray. Jaron McCray came in the score on the RBI double by Wyatt Klein, who is standing at second. Another 1-2 pitch is a curveball that a good block by Hill. McCray held up on the check swing, evening the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hale now backing up on the first base bag, and that pitch is hit up the middle. That hit the umpire, and everybody's going to be safe. That looked like that was going to be to Slayton, right to Slayton, but it hit the home plate umpire, and he's considered in the field of play. If you're an umpire, you hate for that to happen, but a bad break for Davis County, and it's an infield single for Logan McCray.
Courtesy runner number 11, Thane Alexander.
Thane Alexander comes in as a courtesy runner for Logan McCray. Jaden Herr is the batter. Davis County looking to turn 2 in the middle of the infield. Tharp playing about even with the bag at third. Hale holding Alexander at first. Runners at the corners, 1 out. And the first pitch from Wagler is swung on and missed by Herr for strike 1. Jaden Herr's a senior, batting .255 on the year, has 2 home runs and 12 runs driven in. That pitch is taken outside for ball 1. You just hope that that infield hit that went off the umpire there up the middle doesn't come back to haunt the Mustangs. The 2-1 outside, make that the 1-1. Now it's 2-1. Pleasant day here at Eddyville. And the 2-1 pitch is an off-speed offering, swung on and missed by Herr for strike 2. Wagler leads the Mustangs with 34 strikeouts on the season, over 22 and a third innings of work. And there's a swing and a miss and a key strikeout for Wagler, and there's 2 outs.
Now batting third baseman number 1, Trey Moore.
Strikeouts are brought to you by Keith's Foods. Don't strike out when it comes to supper. Come see Brian and staff at Keith's Foods for some awesome smoked and barbecue meats. The whole family will love it. Don't forget to follow them on Facebook. That brings up Trey Moore, the third baseman. And Wagler comes on with the first pitch to Moore, and it's taken low and outside for ball 1. Trey Moore leading EBF in average with .414 coming into today. The 1-1 pitch is hit in the air. Shallow center field and diving, shallow right field I should say, but Smolik can't come up with it. Come around to score is Klein. Going to third is McCray. It's an RBI single by Trey Moore to make it 2-1 EBF. So just a soft flare to shallow right that Smolik wasn't able to get to, and EBF now has a 2-1 lead. I think head coach Todd White wants to call timeout to check on his second baseman, Smolik, but it looks like Noah's waving him off. And so we will continue. This has turned into a long inning for Wagler. This will be pitch number 20 for the junior left-hander. Runners at second and third, 2 outs. 2 runs in for the Rockets of Eddyville Blakesburg Fremont. First pitch to Stetter is taken outside for ball 1. It gets away from Hill. Throw to the plate is not in time, and scoring on the wild pitch is Logan McCray. Make that Alexander. And it is now 3-1 Eddyville Blakesburg Fremont. Moore took third on the play. So the third run scores via the wild pitch. And Caleb Wagler is trying to just get one more out to get out of this inning. Here's the 1-0 to Stetter. And it was taken at his feet. Stetter had to lift his back foot to avoid being hit. 2 balls and no strikes. And here's the 2-0 outside, ball 3. Zach Leonard, the catcher, waits on deck for the Rockets. And the 3-0 pitch is bounced to the plate for ball 4. And that's the first walk allowed by Caleb Wagler. So runners at first and third. 2 outs for the catcher, Zach Leonard. And you go back to that infield hit by Logan McCray that hit the field umpire in the shins when it looked like it was ticketed for Trevor Slayton, the shortstop. And that turns out to be huge. First pitch is swung on and hit in the air on the infield, and it is Smolik making the catch for the third and final out. But EBF does score 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors with 2 men left. And at the end of 1, it's EBF 3, Davis County 1 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Are you installing a new septic system? The man to call is Jody at Geotech Sand and Stone. They have state-certified septic sand, as well as top-quality black dirt, fill sand, and washed gravel for landscaping. They also have large rocks to add to your landscaping. Geotech Sand and Stone has very competitive prices. Stop out and get a load, or have one of their contractors haul it for you. Call Jody today for more information at 799-1235. That's 799-1235. Geotech Sand and Stone, 3 miles west of Eldon on River Road.
This is Sherry Lawson. Hey, all you Davis County Mustang fans, the agents at Northside Insurance are just like you. We support the Mustangs too. We are proud to live in Bloomfield, where we help families like yours with auto, home, business, farm, life, and retirement. Get the professional coaching you need to win at life. Give us a call at Northside Insurance in Bloomfield and Centerville today at 664-2362. Go Mustangs! Nationwide is on your side. Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and Affiliates, Columbus, Ohio.
Go Mustangs!
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
3-1 is our score. EBF leads Davis County at the end of 1 inning. 6, 7, 8 hitters due up for the Mustangs as they look to fight back after taking a very short 1-0 lead. They will now bat here in the top of the second. Head coach Scott White talking to the home plate umpire, and looks like we may have somebody replacing Noah Smolik. That looks like that's Draven DeCry, actually. That is taking his cuts there on the on-deck circle. Smolik did take a dive at a shallow fly ball near the right field line. And it will be Draven DeCry who will bat for Noah Smolik. So apparently Smolik was more injured than he let on, and he'll be replaced by DeCry.
At bat, Davis County. Top of the second, number 2, Draven DeCry.
So Draven DeCry gets inserted into the lineup in the place of Noah Smolik, and he will bat to lead off the top of the second, and he takes a curveball for a strike on the knees on the outside corner. DeCry batting .327 on the season, and he hits a line drive, but a leaping catch at third by Moore turns into an out. Trey Moore showing an impressive wingspan over there at third.
Number 23, pitcher Caleb Wagler.
Caleb Wagler will look to help his own cause now. Pitcher checks in with a .273 batting average. Swings at the first pitch. It's a high fastball that just gets over the screen behind home plate for strike 1. Davis County scored 1 in the first. EBF answered with 3 in the first. The 0-1, and there's a strike to Caleb Wagler. Home plate umpire called strike 3. And Leonard to catch to Blue, that's strike 2. The 0-2 pitch is swung on and missed, and there's strike 3. Wagler goes down swinging for out number 2.
At bat, first baseman
And now Logan Hale's the batter. He foul tips the first pitch at the plate for strike one. Logan Hale batting 176 on the year. And he does have 8 RBI. The 0-1. A bit outside. Taken for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. McCray working quickly. Comes home with the 1-1. Fastball upstairs. Ball 2. And now the 2-1 pitch coming to Hale. And that's taken outside for ball 3. Gar Norman waits on deck in case Hale can extend the inning. McCray has not walked a man yet. And the 3-1 pitch is taken outside for ball 4. And Hale is aboard on a base on balls. Walks are brought to you by Slane Polaris. Don't walk from field to field. Call Tim and Dean for the best deal on Polaris Rangers and ATVs and enjoy a smooth ride on a Polaris to get those chores done. Gar Norman's the batter, and the pitch is bounced to the plate, gets away from the catcher Leonard, and Hale takes second on the wild pitch. Now the 1-0 to Norman. Swung on and missed. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike to the senior center fielder. Norman batting 176. He has 2 runs driven in. Hit on the ground to third. Moore takes it against his chest, keeps it in front of him, and throws out Norman to end the inning. No runs, no hits, a walk, and a man left. And as we head to the bottom of the second, it's Eddyville, Blacksburg, Fremont 3. Davis County 1 on the Atomo Radio Sports Network.
Take summer by storm on a new Polaris. Right now, the world's best-selling off-road lineup is priced to move. Get more done with a hard-working Ranger. Chase adventure on a legendary Sportsman. Or live wide open in a high-performance Razor. Rebates up to $2,000 are available now during the Polaris Summer Sales Event.
Slayton Polaris. Stop in and see Tim or Dean today for a great deal on a new Polaris.
Hi, this is Chris Ledke, owner of Pulaski Lumber. I would like to personally invite you to see our updated inventory. We have a nice selection of tools, plumbing, flooring, tile, accessories, and as always, we can order in anything you might need. Josh is also available to offer you professional 3D drawings to design your new home, deck, or addition. We don't charge huge architect fees, but are confident you will be happy with our work. We look forward to meeting you at Pulaski Lumber, your start-to-finish lumberyard.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Atomo Radio Sports Network.
Davis County trails at 3-1, and EBF is getting set to bat here in the bottom of the second. Second innings brought to you by Protruder Orthodontics. Don't give it a second thought. Get a smile that lasts a lifetime today. First of 2 here at Eddyville. And already, Davis County has an injury to be concerned about. Smolik had to leave. Noah Smolik had to leave the game. He started at second base, but made a diving attempt at a shallow fly ball in right field and had to come out before his first at bat in the top of the second. Draven DeCry takes his place. And the first pitch is taken for a ball by Riley Flagg, the left fielder of the Rockets. 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors for EBF. 1 run on 2 hits, no errors for Davis County. And the 1-0 pitch is ball 2 to Riley Flagg. High and outside, ball 3. Wagler winds and comes home with a 3-0 to Flagg. Taking all the way, and it's a ball 4. And it's a 4-pitch walk to Flagg to open the bottom of the second.
Now batting number 14, DJ Stout.
DJ Stout led off the bottom of the first, popping out to second. He'll bat here in the bottom of the second with a runner at first and nobody out. First pitch of Stout is taken high for ball one. So Wagler having trouble finding the strike zone here to start off the bottom of the second. The 1-0. Outside, snap throw to first, not in time. 2 balls, no strikes to DJ Stout. Timeout called, and Caden Hill will come out to talk to his pitcher, Wagler. While Hill is talking to Wagler, that gives us a chance to let you know that Davis County Baseball is brought to you by William Penn University. It's a place to widen your potential. Daytime, online, and evening classes begin every 8 weeks. Visit wmpenn.edu for more information. Two balls, no strikes to count to DJ Stout, and that pitch is taken upstairs for ball 3. So Wagler has not thrown a strike yet. Here in the bottom of the second, he's threatening to walk the first 2 batters here in the second frame. 3-1 EBF, runner at first, nobody out. The 3-0 coming to Stout. That's taken right down central for strike 1. And really the key for Wagler is avoiding the walk. 3-1 pitch is taken for a ball, and there's another walk for Wagler. Timeout called, and here comes head coach Todd White to talk to Caleb Wagler, his junior left-hander. This will wrap up the season series between Davis County and Eddyville-Blakesburg Fremont. They met earlier in the year in Bloomfield, and Davis County won a thrilling come-from-behind victory, 4-3, in 8 innings. It's one of those games where Davis County did not lead until that final run crossed in the bottom of the 8th. They trailed 2-0 before tying it, forcing extra innings. And then after EBF scored a run in the top of the 8th, Davis County answered with 2 in the bottom of the 8th to walk it off. It's been Davis County's only walk-off win of the year. Jared McCray was hit by a pitch his first time up. He bats with runners at first and second, nobody out. And the first pitch to him was taken inside for ball 1. You wonder how long the leash will be for head coach Todd White for Wagler, but he has to keep in mind that there is another game to be played, as he well knows. 1-0 pitch is taken for a ball, and now it's 2-0. Lefty versus lefty matchup. 2-0 pitch is taken inside, 3-0. This really has been the first start this season where Wagler has struggled to find the strike zone. He had that problem last year, but he seemed to have fixed that problem. Runner goes, pitch is taken for a strike, and the throw to third is not in time. It is a double steal for EBF as Flagg takes third and Stout takes second. Now runners at second and third, nobody out. The 3-1 count coming to McCray is swung on and missed. Davis County keeps the middle of their infield back, and that pitch is fouled away. And the count remains full at 3-2. Wagler has 1 strikeout so far on the year. And that pitch is fouled away to the screen. EBF 14-7 on the year, 10-4 in the South Central Conference. And as Davis County catches up as far as making up the rainout games, it'll be interesting to see where they will stand with EBF. And that pitch is taken for ball 4, and Wagler has walked the bases loaded. So a heap of trouble here for Wagler. Bases loaded, nobody out. Wyatt Klein is the batter. And now the middle of the Davis County infield comes in, about halfway. And if it hits right to them, they might have a play at home. Tharp and Hale are in on the corners. And the first pitch is skied to right field. Bennett charging, but he can't quite get to it. Strike one. That hit about 20 feet to the right of the right field line in foul territory. Bennett had a long run to make. Couldn't quite get there. Probably best he didn't, as the run would have easily scored anyway. And now the 0-1 decline. Hit up the middle. Slayton steps on second for one. Throw to first is a double play. A run scores in the meantime to make it 4-1, but 2 outs in the inning, and that double play was sorely needed. No RBI for Klein.
Now batting, number 21, Logan McCray.
2 outs in the inning, and Logan McCray is now the batter. And he takes a strike. All things considered, if Wagler can get out of this bases loaded, none out jam with just 1 run given up, you'd have to consider that mission accomplished. And there's another strike. Wagler now has Logan McCray set up at 0-2. McCray singled and later scored, and his courtesy runner later scored in the first, and that swung on and missed. And that will do it for EBF in the bottom of the second. And the Rockets do score a run without a hit, no errors, and 1 man left. At the end of 2, EBF 4, Davis County 1 on the Atomo Radio Sports Network.
The busy farming season is here, and Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield is the best place to go for all your seed and fertilizer needs. They're focused on one thing and one thing only, providing their customers with the best products and services to grow the best crops possible. Farmers, call them today for liquid and dry fertilizers, starters, small seed, and corn and soybean seed. They also offer crop protection chemicals and custom application. See why other area farmers are turning to Bob Lawson and the staff at Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield, where results in your field are always their first concern.
Hi, this is Kendall with Citizens Mutual. It's a busy time of the year, so we want you to save as much time as possible. Whether you need internet, TV, or phone service, we can handle all of them for you. We also have a great selection of TVs ranging from 32 to 65 inch, as well as appliances. Stop in today, and remember, Citizens Mutual is owned and operated by its customers. So when you walk in the door, we don't just treat you like a customer, we treat you like you're the boss, because you are. We're looking forward to seeing you at Citizens Mutual, just off the square in Bloomfield.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Atomo Radio Sports Network.
Third inning rolls in. EBF has a 4-1 lead on Davis County, the first of 2 in this doubleheader from Eddyville. Great to have you with us. Ellis Kojo along with Corey Finch, our producer. Top of the order, due up for Davis County. Owen Bennett will lead things off. He singled, stole a base, and scored the only Mustang run in the top of the first. And the first pitch of Bennett is taken on the outside corner for strike 1. The 0-1 from McCray, taken low for ball 1. Bennett just looking to get on base for the heavy hitters Slayton and Tharp, and that pitch is taken low and inside. Ball 2. Game got added to the schedule. We'll tell you about that in a little bit. 2-1 pitch is hit the other way. Left field. A long run, but flag can't come up with it in foul territory. And that will be strike 2. Bennett has shown an affinity to hit the ball the other way. And we'll see if McCray tries to go outside and Bennett can take this pitch the other way. The 2-2 pitch, that's hit up the middle. Actually right center field for a base hit. Bennett rounding first, and he will slam on the brakes and settle for an infield single. He is 2 for 2. So good start for the top of the third for the Mustangs. And Trevor Slayton's the batter. This is the exact way the first inning started. Bennett got on board with the single. He later stole second, and then he scored on the single by Trevor Slayton. First pitch for Slayton is a curveball taken for a strike. Slayton also pitched in yesterday's game at Busch Stadium, and that's rifled out to left field for a base hit. 2 straight hits to open the top of the third for the Mustangs. And now here comes Cade Tharp.
Now batting number 16, Cade Tharp.
Cade Tharp struck out swinging his first time up. He represents the tying run, and the mentions here are very, very friendly for a home run, and that pitch is taken outside for ball 1. It's 310 down the lines here in Eddyville, 340 to the alleys, and 385 to dead center. The 1-0 in the dirt, ball 2. McCray being very careful with Cade Tharp. Runners at first and second, nobody out here in the top of the third. Davis County trails 4-1. The 2-0. That's taken for a strike. Tharp has 7 runs driven in on the season. The 2-1 pitch, he got it off the end of the bat, popped up into foul territory and out of play. That evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Caden Hill waits on deck. Logan McCray's ready, and here comes the break-even pitch. High and inside, and the count is full. With nobody out, don't think that head coach Ty White will send the runners, especially with one of his best hitters at the plate, but we will see. Runners stay put. The pitch is hit on the ground to Moore at third, and he tags Slayton heading to third, and the throw to first is in time for the double play. And there are quickly 2 outs. So Tharp hits into the 5-3 double play. Slayton is at second, however, 2 outs in the inning. And now it's up to Caden Hill to drive in the Davis County run. This inning started off promisingly, and Hill takes ball 1. 2 straight singles by Bennett and Slayton. Tharp hits into the double play. And now Hill will bat with the runner at second, 2 outs, and that pitch is taken in the dirt. Caden Hill looking for his 10th RBI of the season, if he can get it. If he can get a hit here. The 2-0, that's fouled back towards us to the screen. And now here comes the 2-1 to Hill. Hit right back to McCray on the mound. Hill underhanded the first, and that is that. No runs on 2 hits, no errors with a man left. We'll go to the bottom of the third. EBF 4, Davis County 1 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Whether you are a player, cheerleader, or coach, your friends at Petrita Orthodontics are cheering for you. We are proud of the students in our area and are happy to support them in their school activities. We want to see you smile on and off the field. If you or your child are in need of orthodontic care, call us for a free no-obligation appointment. We have many different options available to help your child's bite and smile. Call us today at Petrita Orthodontics in Ottumwa and Oskaloosa. We look forward to making you smile.
Hi, I'm Karsten. And I'm Callie. And we are the Neebs Girls. We would like to personally invite you to our parents' new store
on the south side of the square in Bloomfield.
Stop in and have them make you a custom shirt, hat, banner, sign, or even your school mascot.
They stay open late on Thursdays until 7.
We hope to see you soon.
Neebs Graphics, making you stand out.
Neebs Graphics on the south side of the Bloomfield Square. You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Davis County trails 4-1 as we head to the bottom of the third. Third innings brought to you by Geotech. Call Jody for all your top quality black dirt, fill sand, and wash gravel needs. Caleb Wagler back on top of the bump as he gets ready to face the 5, 6, 7 hitters for the Rockets of Eddyville Blakesburg Fremont. Rockets have scored 3 runs in the first, 1 in the second. And Jaden Herr will lead things off for EBF here in the bottom of the third. First pitch from Wagler comes home, and it's swung on and missed by Herr for strike 1. Jaden Herr struck out swinging his first time up. And it makes you wonder what could have been in the first inning. I'll tell you about it after this pitch. The 0-1 is fouled back towards us. No balls and 2 strikes. What I mean by that is Logan McCray, who bats before Herr, hit a ground ball towards short. It hit the umpire in the field. Everybody was safe. Wagler struck out Herr in the first inning, and so he should have gotten out of the inning with no damage. Herr taps someone back to the pitcher. Wagler steps and throws. 1 out. So it should have been. Actually, it would have been. The game would have been tied at 1 because Klein did have an RBI double in that first inning. Instead, the inning continued after the Herr strikeout. An RBI single by Moore made it 2-1, and then a wild pitch made it 3-1. It's now 4-1 as the first pitch bounces to the plate to Trey Moore. But those are some of the breaks that you get in baseball. And I'm sure if you talk to head coach Todd White, he just shrug his shoulders and say, hey, that's baseball. And those types of things happen. Sure, as long as he's been around, he's seen it all. That pitch is low and inside for a ball, 2-0 to Trey Moore. Moore had an RBI single in the first inning. And the 2-0 to Moore is swung on and popped up. Left field, Collier drifting over towards the foul line. And he can't quite make the catch in foul territory. It's like Collier got there in plenty of time, but ball just eluded his glove as he tried to make a leaping attempt. And Moore will have another crack at it. Wagler comes set, rocks and fires. That's fouled away to the right side, evening the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. There have been a lot of balls hit above the net, leaving the youngins here in Eddyville scrambling for all the foul balls they have to gather and get back to the umpires, and that's a swing and a miss. Third strikeout for Wagler, 2 outs. Strikeouts are brought to you by Keith's Foods. Don't strike out when it comes to supper. Come see Brian and the staff at Keith's Foods for some awesome smoked and barbecue meats. The whole family will love it. Don't forget to follow them on Facebook. Nolan Stetter is the batter. He walked his first time up, and the first pitch to him is taken at the belt for strike 1. Wagler looking to settle down after allowing 4 runs through the first 2 innings. The 0-1, fastball outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Eddyville Blakesburg Fremont, their head coach is Tom Hallgren. That pitch is taken low and outside for ball 1. Davis County went 2-1, beg your pardon, 1-2 versus EBF last year. Their only visit to Eddyville last year ended up being a 10-2 Rocket victory. And the 2-1 pitch is taken low and outside, 3 balls and 1 strike. Wagler looking to avoid his 5th walk of the day, and the pitch is taken low for ball 4. So a 2-out walk to Stetter keeps the inning alive for Zach Leonard, the catcher.
Batting for the Rockets, number 8, Zach Leonard.
Wagler takes a peek at first and comes home with the first pitch to Leonard, and that's taken on the outside corner for strike 1. Leonard popped out to second his first time up. The 0-1. Strike two. Wagler a strike away from putting up a 0 here in inning number 3. EBF leads it 4-1. Runner at first, 2 outs in the inning, and that pitch is fouled away. A lot of foul balls off the bats of EBF, making Wagler work. This will be pitch number 60 of his outing already. And the 2-strike pitch is taken outside. Snap throw to first, but back safely is Stetter. One ball and 2 strikes to count to Zach Leonard. And the 1-2 pitch from Wagler is a curveball. A bit outside. Wagler with a bit of a smile towards the home plate umpire. Is it to say, are you kidding me, Blue? But home plate umpire says 2 balls and 2 strikes. That pitch is taken low and outside, and now the count is full. Head coach Todd White trying to communicate with his first baseman, telling him to play off the bag, and that pitch is taken high and inside for ball 4. Nope, they called it a strike. Wow. Okay. Strike 3 called. And that will end the inning. Sorry about that messed up call, but nevertheless, Caleb Wagler is out of the third with no damage done. No runs, no hits, a walk, and a man left. And after 3, it's EBF 4, Davis County 1 on the Atomo Radio Sports Network.
John at Collision Corner knows that when you get in an accident and need some work done on your vehicle, you want the process to go smooth and easy. That's why Collision Corner is your best choice. John is a preferred body shop, which means he can work directly with your insurance company. He will handle the claim from start to finish. Collision Corner knows you need your car back as soon as possible, and they will also pick it up and deliver it to you for free. When you have an accident, call John and his team at Collision Corner in Bloomfield. And don't forget to like them on Facebook.
Keith's Foods in Bloomfield has been serving the Bloomfield area since 1969 with quality cut steaks, ripe seasonal produce, scrumptious bakery cakes and sweets, fresh dairy products, and of course, tasty smoked meats. We also have available hunting licenses, stamps, money orders, and gift cards too. Open till 9 p.m. every day. We pride ourselves in providing small town service in a big way while keeping up with trends and latest items across the country. Yes, Keith's Foods is your hometown grocery store and so much more. Keith's Foods, where we always take your groceries out to your car. Proud supporter of the Davis County Mustangs.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Atomo Radio Sports Network.
Davis County looking to do something about the 4-1 deficit they have at the hands of EBF. 4th innings brought to you by Wells Hometown Drugs. Stop in and see Milo and the team today. Don't forget they offer free delivery to Bloomfield and the surrounding areas. Clay Collier leads things off, and he'll face Logan McCray, and he swings and misses for strike 1. Collier popped out to the third baseman Moore in foul territory his first time up. And the 0-1 is hit on the ground to Moore at third. A nice backhand stop, gunning over to third, and they got the tag on him, though the throw was high, but Stetter, the first baseman, was able to tag Collier on his way to first. And that is a very unconventional 5-3 putout, but nevertheless, 1 out. Draven DeCry was inserted into the lineup after Noah Smolik had to leave the game after the bottom of the first. Curveball taken for a strike. Noah Smolik dove for a ball near the right field line back in the first, and he couldn't continue. That pitch is taken high for ball 1. So DeCry batted for Smolik to lead off the top of the second. He lined out to the third baseman Moore. And now a second at-bat. Well, he has a 2-1 count now. Logan McCray winds and deals. Hit in the air, right center field. Yeager is under it, and he makes the catch. Quickly 2 outs for the Mustangs, and Caleb Wagler will look to keep the inning going for Davis County. Wagler struck out swinging his first time up. And the wind of the first pitch to Davis County's pitcher is swung on a miss for strike one. McCray looking for his first 1-2-3 inning. That pitch is taken low and outside for ball one. Davis County will be in Moravia tomorrow. That pitch is fouled away, making the count 1-2. And after Moravia on Tuesday, Keokuk. That game got rained out last Friday. It will be made up on Wednesday, and a special note as to that. We won't carry that game live, as the Little League City Championship will be live on the Atomo Radio Sports Network, but it will be recorded and available on YouTube later on Wednesday. Caleb Wagler strikes out swinging to end Davis County's fourth. The Mustangs go down 1-2-3. We go to the bottom of the fourth. EBF leads at 4-1 on the Atomo Radio Sports Network.
Take summer by storm on a new Polaris. Right now, the world's best-selling off-road lineup is priced to move. Get more done with a hardworking Ranger. Chase adventure on a legendary Sportsman. Or live wide open in a high-performance Razor. Rebates up to $2,000 are available now during the Polaris Summer Sales Event.
Slayton Polaris. Stop in and see Tim or Dean today for a great deal on a new Polaris.
Hi, this is Chris Ledke, owner of Pulaski Lumber. I would like to personally invite you to see our updated inventory. We have a nice selection of tools, plumbing, flooring, tile, accessories, and as always, we can order in anything you might need. Josh is also available to offer you professional 3D drawings to design your new home, deck, or addition. We don't charge huge architect fees, but are confident you will be happy with our work. We look forward to meeting you at Pulaski Lumber, your start-to-finish lumberyard.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Atomo Radio Sports Network.
Bottom of the fourth rolls in. Davis County trails EBF by a score of 4-1. First of two in this doubleheader from Eddyville. Great to have you with us on the Atomo Radio Sports Network. Ellis Kojo, joined by our producer, Corey Finch. And Davis County takes the field here in the bottom of the fourth. Wagler will look to hold EBF after throwing up 0 in the third inning. He'll face 9-1-2 from the Rockets order, starting with Riley Flagg. Wagler's first pitch is low for ball one. Flagg walked and later scored in the second inning. That second inning proved to be problematic for Wagler. The 1-0 hit the other way to right in foul territory, and that drops for strike one. Bennett and DeCry gave pursuit, but neither could really get to it. 1 ball, 1 strike to count to Riley Flagg. Wagler walked Flagg to lead off the second, and then he walked Stout and McCray to load the bases. Klein hit into a double play to drive in a run. And then McCray struck out to end the inning, but really those 3 straight walks to begin the frame for Wagler led to that 4th run being scored by EBF. That's hit on the line to second. Diving catch by DeCry at second. Nice leaping catch for out number 1.
Number 14, DJ Stout.
That brings up DJ Stout, the center fielder. He looks at ball 1. Stout popped out in the first, walked, stole a base, and ended up getting stranded in the second. The 1-0, strike on the outside corner. And now the 1-1 pitch coming from Wagler is hit right to Tharp, but it goes off his glove and into foul territory. Stout will stay at first. That was a line drive right to Tharp, and he couldn't quite come up with it. That'll be an E5.
Now batting, number 3, Jarrett McCray.
And that brings up Jarrett McCray. McCray doesn't have an official at-bat as of yet. He was hit by a pitch and scored in the first. walked in the second, and he takes strike one on the outside corner. Lefty versus lefty matchup, runner at first, one out, throw to first, and Stout gets back. EBF leads at 4-1 here in the bottom of the fourth. And the 1-1, fastball taken inside. 2 balls and 1 strike. And the next one coming to McCray is taken high for ball 3, and the snap throw to first is not in time. Beg your pardon, the count is 1 ball and 1 strike. It's going by the scoreboard, not the umpire. And that pitch is taken low. Throw to second, and DJ Stout is out as he tried to take the extra base, but a good throw by Hill throws out DJ Stout, and he is out number 2. A not-so-wild pitch. And Stout gets cut down at second. And that pitch hits McCray in the back for the second time today. That one was a fastball, and he'll take first base. That will keep the inning alive for Wyatt Klein. He had an RBI double in the first inning. Later came around to score. And then hit into a double play, which scored a run, although he didn't get credit for the RBI in the second. Klein takes ball 1. Runner at first, 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth. Wagler looking to get out of the fourth with no damage done. And the pitch, swing and a miss. Snap throw to first, good stop by Hale as that throw bounced to him. And he kept it in front of him and prevented it from going into right field. Wagler comes set as he takes a peek at McCray at first. Now comes home with a 1-1, and that's a wild pitch going to the back screen, and McCray will take second. So now the situation gets a bit more serious with the runner in scoring position. 2-1 to count to Wyatt Klein. Wagler kicks and deals. Ground ball up the middle. The shortstop Slayton has it and throws the first in time to retire the side. No runs, no hits, a hit batter with a man left. And at the end of 4, it's EBF 4, Davis County 1 on the Atomo Radio Sports Network.
The busy farming season is here, and Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield is the best place to go for all your seed and fertilizer needs. They're focused on one thing and one thing only, providing their customers with the best products and services to grow the best crops possible. Farmers call them today for liquid and dry fertilizers, starters, small seed, and corn and soybean seed. They also offer crop protection chemicals and custom application. See why other area farmers are turning to Bob Lawson and the staff at Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield, where results in your field are always their first concern.
Hi, this is Kendall with Citizens Mutual. It's a busy time of the year, so we want you to save as much time as possible. Whether you need internet, TV, or phone service, we can handle all of them for you. We also have a great selection of TVs ranging from 32 to 65 inch, as well as appliances. Stop in today, and remember, Citizens Mutual is owned and operated by its customers. So when you walk in the door, we don't just treat you like a customer, we treat you like you're the boss, because you are. We're looking forward to seeing you at Citizens Mutual, just off the square in Bloomfield.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Atomo Radio Sports Network.
Davis County looking to get their bats going. They trail EBF by the score of 4-1. It's been that way since the second inning. Davis County had a short-lived 1-0 lead after half an inning, but the Rockets ended up scoring 3 runs in the first and 1 in the second to enjoy the 3-run lead they currently have. First pitch to Logan Hale is ball 1 from Logan McCray. McCray kind of finding a groove now. He's retired the last 5 batters he's faced. And the 1-0 pitch is taken outside for a ball, making it 2 balls and no strikes. Hale walked his first time up. And out of 2-0 to Hale is whacked into left field for a base hit. A nice solid line drive single by Hale to lead off the top of the 5th. Head coach Todd White will come out, and I believe we'll have a pinch runner for Hale coming up. And let's see who that is. I believe that is Hunter Bell that is coming out of the Mustang dugout. Bell will be the pinch runner. And that is a key run over at first, as every run will be precious from here on out. And now Garl Norman will look to keep the line moving. He grounded out to third his first time up. Now a runner at first. McCray peeks over his shoulder, now throws the first pitch to Norman, over but low, ball 1. This feels like a key point of the game. 5th inning, Davis County running out of outs. They trail 4-1. And the 1-0 is hit on the ground to third. Moore throws it to second for 1, and that's all they'll get. So Trey Moore gets the force out at second. Norman is safe at first on the fielder's choice. 1 out of the inning. We'll go back to the top of the order and Owen Bennett.
At bat, number 12, Owen Bennett.
Owen Bennett is 2 for 2. He singled, stole a base, and scored in the first. And he also singled in the third. Swing and a miss on the offering by Logan McCray for strike 1. Slayton waits on deck, and if Slayton can reach, then Kate Tharp will bat here in the top of the 5th as well. The 0-1, curveball, outside, ball 1. Davis County with their 2 stolen bases already today. Now 39 of 39 in the stolen base department. That's high for ball 2. So still, no Mustang base runner has been thrown out stealing yet this season. Hope I didn't just jinx them. The 2-1 is fouled at the plate. And that makes the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Norman takes his lead from first, pretty modestly. It doesn't look like he's going to run. As I say that, he does run. That's popped up behind the plate. Leonard can't make the catch, and it's a foul ball. That's difficult right behind the plate because sometimes the wind gets a hold of it, and that's exactly what happened. And so Leonard, who looked like he was positioned under that ball to make the catch, had it drift back over his head, and it drops harmlessly on the ground. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes on Owen Bennett. And the next pitch by McCray is swung on and driven out to center, but right to Stout, and he makes the catch. So now here's Trevor Slayton.
At bat, number 9, Trevor Slayton.
Slayton's also 2 for 2. He had an RBI single in the first. And he also singled in the third. Besides the first inning, Davis County's best threat was the third. The first pitch is fouled away for strike 1. Bennett and Slayton led off the third with singles. Tharp hit into a double play, and Hill tapped back to the pitcher to end the third. The 0-1, runner goes. It's a hit and run as that pitch is fouled back as well. No balls and 2 strikes. So now Logan McCray has Slayton set up at 0-2. Davis County trails 4-1. Runner at first, 2 outs. And the 0-2 to Slayton. It's a high fastball. He hits it the other way into foul territory, and that gets out of play. That was a high fastball that Slayton thought was too close to take. And he'll look at another pitch with the count remaining 0-2. Leonard sets up outside. The curveball is outside, but that bounces to the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the next one to Slayton is taken as hit, actually it's popped up. Short left field, and it drops in front of the left fielder flag, and Norman will slam the brakes on at third base. That was just a Texas leaguer that dropped into left field, into the Bermuda Triangle between flag the left fielder, Stout the center fielder, and Klein the shortstop. Neither could catch it, and it is a single. And Slayton is now 3 for 3. So now K. Tharp represents the tying run at the plate. He is 0 for 2 so far today, looking to redeem himself after hitting into a double play in the third. Runner goes, pitch is taken for a strike. The throw to third and a diving stab by Moore to prevent that from going into left field. Good play by Trey Moore. As Leonard tried to throw behind Norman at third, and Moore, ever so alert, dives to his left. Makes a stab to prevent the ball from going into left. Slayton has a stolen base, now runners at second and third, and that's a curveball taken for a strike. And now the count is 0-2 to K. Tharp. So now Tharp's going to have to battle with the count 0-2. The next one from McCray is taken inside. A bit of a pause from McCray. He thought he might have had strike 3, but the umpire says that was inside. Another 1-2, curveball, bouncing behind the plate, coming home is Norman, and he slides. He is safe. A pitch that was just wild enough for Garl Norman to score to make it 4-2. Slayton takes third on the play. So now a run in. And even if Tharp can get that run in from third, that will make things very interesting as we head into the late innings of game 1 of this doubleheader. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count to Tharp, and the next pitch is driven out to left field, and that ball is gone! We are tied at 4. K. Tharp goes yard. His second homer of the season to knot things up here at Eddyville. A new ball game here in the top of the 5th. And we will start all over here in Eddyville. Caden Hill now is the batter. 2 outs in the inning, and the first pitch is a curveball, grounded to third, but foul. Three runs for Davis County here in the top of the 5th to tie the score. That's a high fastball that's popped up, foul and out of play. 0-2 now to count to Hill. 3 hits in the inning, none bigger than a 2-run blast by K. Tharp to tie things up at 4. And that pitch is swung on a miss for strike 3, and the inning is over. But Davis County does score 3 in the top of the 5th, 2 of which came on the 2-run shot by K. Tharp. And as we head to the bottom of the 5th, we are tied at 4 here in Eddyville on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Are you installing a new septic system? The man to call is Jody at Geotech Sand and Stone. They have state-certified septic sand, as well as top-quality black dirt, fill sand, and washed gravel for landscaping. They also have large rocks to add to your landscaping. Geotech Sand and Stone has very competitive prices. Stop out and get a load, or have one of their contractors haul it for you. Call Jody today for more information at 799-1235. That's 799-1235. Geotech Sand and Stone, 3 miles west of Eldon on River Road. Attention Southern Iowa. Do you need a better night's sleep? Maybe it's time to get a new mattress. Dixon's Mattress Outlet in Bloomfield has the most competitive prices on new mattresses in all different sizes. Darren sells camper mattresses, commercial bedding, rollaways, special order sizes, bed frames, and mattress protectors. Call Darren today and he'll meet you at the warehouse. Dixon's Mattress Outlet, 641-664-3060. That's 664-3060. You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Atomo Radio Sports Network.
New pitcher in the game for Davis County, and it is Caden Hill, who goes from behind the plate to the mound here in inning number 5. Bottom of the 5th, Davis County with 3 runs in the top of the 5th have tied the game at 4. So as far as changes are concerned, Collier goes from left field to behind, from behind the plate, so he'll catch. And now Nathan Smolik comes into the game, and he'll play in left field. Heart of the ordeal for EBF, 4-5-6. Logan McCray getting set to bat first for EBF. They led for most of this game, 4-1. But Davis County has tied things up. And this has turned out to be a very interesting game 1 of this doubleheader. Canton Hill, new pitcher in the game, as he looks in at Logan McCray, comes to a wind, and the first pitch is line foul to the third base side for strike 1. And the next one coming from Hill is in the dirt. Getting past Collier into the backstop, 1 ball and 1 strike. One interesting aspect about this park is the backstop. Hill's next pitch is over but low, 2 balls and 1 strike. The backstop is brick, so anything that heads behind the catcher will most likely bounce back to him. And a 2-1 pitch is swung on and missed. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So that wild pitch that Norman scored on probably would have been easy to score it in Davis County since the backstop is fenced, but with it being brick, it bounced back to the catcher Leonard, and that pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3 to lead off the bottom of the 5th. So keep that in mind when you see a wild pitch here at Eddyville, where most likely it will bounce back to the catcher, and it better be a very wild pitch for somebody to score, especially a slow runner, as they could get nailed at the plate. But Norman was just ahead of the tag to score the second Davis County run. Now Jaden Hurst, the batter, he looks at a fastball upstairs for ball 1. First strikeout for Caden Hill, just a pitch ago. And strikeouts are brought to you by Keith's Foods. Don't strike out when it comes to supper. Come see Brian and staff at Keith's Foods for some awesome smoked and barbecue meats. The whole family will love it. Don't forget to follow them on Facebook. 2 balls, no strikes to count to Jaden Hur. Base is empty, 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. And the wind and the 2-0 coming from Hill. Popped up. That's on the infield. That's playable for Hill, the pitcher, and he makes the catch. Good play by Hill, staying with it on the first base side for out number 2. Now Trey Moore is the batter. He had an RBI single in the first, and then he struck out swinging in the third. First pitch to Trey Moore is taken high for ball 1. Book is closed on Caleb Wagler, by the way. We'll give you his numbers after this next pitch. The 1-0, taken for a strike right at the knees, making the count 1-1. Wagler went 4 innings, allowing 4 runs, all of them earned on 3 hits. Here's the wind and the 1-1. Hit on the ground to Tharp at third. Guns it over to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Caden Hill. Nothing doing for EBF in the bottom of the 5th. We head to the 6th. 4-4 is our score on the Atomo Radio Sports Network.
This is Milo Wells, your pharmacist at Wells Hometown Drug in Bloomfield. When you need prescriptions, stop in and see me. If you aren't a current customer, we will help you fill out a new patient form, which takes less than 5 minutes. We have a lot of over-the-counter items and have vaccines. We are here 6 days a week and offer free delivery in Bloomfield and surrounding areas. I pride myself on professionalism and small-town customer service, and our pharmacy reflects those values. Stop in and see us at Wells Hometown Drug next to CarQuest in Bloomfield.
This is Sherry Lawson. Hey, all you Davis County Mustang fans, the agents at Northside Insurance are just like you. We support the Mustangs too. We are proud to live in Bloomfield where we help families like yours with auto, home, business, farm, life, and retirement. Get the professional coaching you need to win at life. Give us a call at Northside Insurance in Bloomfield and Centerville today at 664-2362. Go Mustangs! Nationwide is on your side. Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and Affiliates, Columbus, Ohio.
Go Mustangs!
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Atomo Radio Sports Network.
Top of the 6 rolls in. We're tied at 4. Clay Collier will be the batter. And real quick, Caden Sill, quick 5th inning, cut me off. Wagler went 4 innings, allowing 4 runs, all of them earned on 3 hits as the first pitch is taken for a ball. He walked 4 and struck out 3. Caden Hill relieved in the 5th. Set down the Rockets 1-2-3, and now Clay Collier grounds 1 foul to make the count 1 ball and 1 strike. Collier 0 for 2 so far, popped out in foul territory in the 1st inning and grounded out in the 4th. That's popped up into left field, settling under his flag, and he makes the catch. So Draven DeCry is now the batter. He lined out to third his first time up and flew out to right in his second at bat. DeCry, a senior, and he got inserted into the lineup with Noah Smolik leaving with what looked like an injury, but can't speculate on what the nature of his injury is. Here's the 1-0 to DeCry. Fastball taken high, 2 balls and no strikes. Logan McCray stays in there. He started the game for EBF. Here's the wind and 2-0 to DeCry, and that's taken low and outside, ball 3. McCray was cruising along until he ran into trouble in the 5th inning. And Davis County touched him up for 3 runs in the 5th. Outside, ball 4. And DeCry is aboard on a 4-pitch walk. Walks are brought to you by Slate & Polaris. Don't walk from field to field. Call Tim and Dean for the best deal on Polaris Rangers and ATVs. And enjoy a smooth ride on a Polaris to get those chores done. Here comes head coach Tom Hallgren of EBF, and that might do it for his junior right-hander Logan McCray. He takes the ball from him, and we will see a new Rocket pitcher when we come back. A runner at first. 1 out in the top of the 6th. We'll take a break for the pitching change, and we'll tell you about the new EBF hurler when we come back on the Atomo Radio Sports Network.
Take summer by storm on a new Polaris. Right now, the world's best-selling off-road lineup is priced to move. Get more done with a hardworking Ranger. Chase adventure on a legendary Sportsman. Or live wide open in a high-performance Razor. Rebates up to $2,000 are available now during the Polaris Summer Sales Event.
Slate & Polaris. Stop in and see Tim or Dean today for a great deal on a new Polaris.
Hi, this is Chris Ledke, owner of Pulaski Lumber. I would like to personally invite you to see our updated inventory. We have a nice selection of tools, plumbing, flooring, tile, accessories, and as always, we can order in anything you might need. Josh is also available to offer you professional 3D drawings to design your new home, deck, or addition. We don't charge huge architect fees, but are confident you will be happy with our work. We look forward to meeting you at Pulaski Lumber, your start-to-finish lumberyard.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Atomo Radio Sports Network.
The new pitcher for EBF is Adam LaRue, a left-hander. Davis County's seen him earlier this year as he started that game that the Mustangs played against the Rockets in Bloomfield. And they had a hard time solving LaRue, as LaRue held them scoreless during most of his outing. But Davis County was finally able to get to him in the 5th inning, as EBF led 2-0 after 2 innings, but they scored a run on the 5th, a run in the 6th, and they were able to finally prevail over EBF in 8 innings in their first meeting of the season in Bloomfield by the final score of 4-3. So LaRue now in a relief appearance, replacing Logan McCray, who pitched 5 1/3, allowing 4 runs, all of them earned on 7 hits. He walked 2, struck out 4, and he's responsible for Draven DeCry, who is standing at first base. Pinch hitter for Caleb Wagler coming in. Actually, it won't be a pinch hitter. It'll just be Nathan Smolik. Nathan Smolik came in after Wagler exited the game, and he takes a strike on the outside corner from LaRue. LaRue, a tall, lanky left-hander. The senior takes a look at first. And the 0-1 is a bunt foul at the plate. No balls and 2 strikes. One thing I do remember about LaRue was just the sheer difficulty that Davis County had in staying on the bases. LaRue had them picked off. LaRue picked off 3 runners when it was all said and done. And the 0-2 pitch is swung on and missed, and that's a strikeout for out number 2. Now Logan Hale's the batter. And with 2 outs in the inning, let's see if head coach Todd White decides to send DeCry from first. Although with Hale, beg your pardon, with LaRue, the left-hander, it might be tough to decipher his move. First pitch to Hale is taken at the belt for strike 1. Logan Hale's 1 for 1. He walked in the 2nd and singled back in the 5th. The 0-1. Fouled at the plate. No balls and 2 strikes. Runner at first. 2 outs in the top of the 6th. We're tied at 4 here in Eddyville. This is game 1 of our doubleheader from here in Eddyville. Hale now climbs back into the box, and the 0-2 pitch from LaRue is fouled away to the right side, and the count remains 0-2. A big game between both of these teams, as first place in the South Central Conference may be spoken for as far as Centerville is concerned, but second place is there for the taking, and that pitch is taken low and inside for ball 1. Davis County 7-3 in the South Central Conference coming into today. EBF 10-4. One ball, 2 strikes to count to Logan Hale. The runner goes. The pitch is taken for a ball, and DeCry is safe at second with the stolen base. And now the go-ahead run is in scoring position. So DeCry finally was able to decipher the movements of LaRue and take second base. And now Hale can give Davis County their second lead of the game. They led 1-0 in the very early going before EBF took a 4-1 lead. Here comes the 2-2 pitch to Hale. Hit in the air. Popped up, as a matter of fact, to the second. Herr makes the catch, and that will do it for Davis County here in the 6th. No runs, no hits, a walk, and a man left. And as we head to the bottom of the 6th, we're tied at 4 between Eddyville, Blacksburg, Fremont, and Davis County on the Atomo Radio Sports Network.
The busy farming season is here, and Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield is the best place to go for all your seed and fertilizer needs. They're focused on one thing and one thing only, providing their customers with the best products and services to grow the best crops possible. Farmers call them today for liquid and dry fertilizers, starters, small seed, and corn and soybean seed. They also offer crop protection chemicals and custom application. See why other area farmers are turning to Bob Lawson and the staff at Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield, where results in your field are always their first concern.
Hi, this is Kendall with Citizens Mutual. It's a busy time of the year, so we want you to save as much time as possible. Whether you need internet, TV, or phone service, we can handle all of them for you. We also have a great selection of TVs ranging from 32 to 65 inch, as well as appliances. Stop in today, and remember, Citizens Mutual is owned and operated by its customers. So when you walk in the door, we don't just treat you like a customer, we treat you like you're the boss, because you are. We're looking forward to seeing you at Citizens Mutual, just off the square in Bloomfield.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Atomo Radio Sports Network.
Bottom of the 6th rolls in. Bottom of the order due up for EBF to face Caden Hill, who pitched a perfect 5th inning. Logan Stetter lines the first pitch down the left field line. That is a fair ball. No, that's gone. That's a home run. No. It bounced over. I think it bounced over the... Nope, it's a home run. I thought that bounced over the fence, but no, it's a home run. So, Nolan Stetter hits a solo shot to break this 4-4 tie. And that was a weird way to lead off the bottom of the 6th. So 5-4 EBF, and now Zach Leonard looks at a curveball, low for ball 1. So EBF has the lead once again at 5-4. And the 1-0 is taken for a strike, as Caden Hill looks to recover after giving up the leadoff homer to Nolan Stetter. The 1-1 taken low for ball 2. These teams have been evenly matched. First game was an extra inning affair that ended in a walk-off for Davis County. And here in the late innings, EBF has a 5-4 lead. That pitch is taken for a strike, making the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. And that pitch is fouled away at the plate. Leonard stays alive with the count 1-2. This is the first game of our doubleheader. After this game, we'll take a break, and we'll be back for game number 2 here on the Atomo Radio Sports Network. That swung on and missed. Collier has to grab the ball behind him, throws the first, and it's in time for the out. And Zach Leonard is out number 1. So good bounce back by Hill after giving up the homer. He strikes out Leonard, and here's Riley Flagg. First pitch coming, and it's low and outside for ball 1. Flagg walked and scored in the 2nd. He also had a stolen base, and then he lined out to second. And the 1-0 is taken on the outside corner for strike 1. A run in for EBF. They have a 5-4 lead, and the wind and the 1-1 from Hill. High fastball rifled out to left field. And Nathan Smollett can't come up with it. It rolls towards the wall, and Flagg will stay at second. That was a line drive right to Nathan Smollett, and hit him about chest high. Score that in E7. And that will take us back to the top of the order, and DJ Stout. He looks at a strike. Stout so far 0 for 2 with a walk and a stolen base. And the 0-1. curveball in the dirt, good block by Collier. 1 ball, 1 strike to DJ Stout. Bottom of the 6th. Hill looking to hold EBF to just the 1-run score to see if Davis County can rally in the 7th. And that throw gets past second base. It goes into short center field, but Flagg does not try to advance to third. The 1-1 pitch coming to Stout. Fastball high and tight. 2-1. Both teams coming off a loss coming into today's game, and the 2-1 pitch is taken on the outside corner for strike 2. EBF lost to Centerville last week to wrap up their week. There's really no shame in that, by a score of 8-4. 2-2 pitch is lined foul down the left field line, and the count remains 2-2. Davis County, of course, played in Busch Stadium in the morning yesterday. Ended up losing to Fairfield in a rain-shortened affair by a final score of 4-1. And now here comes another 2-2 pitch to Stout. Curveball inside, and the count is full. Jared McCray waits on deck for the Rockets. Payoff pitch is hit in the air, left field. Nathan Smolek under it, and he makes the catch. 2 outs, and here's Jarrett McCray.
At-bat, number 3, Jarrett McCray.
McCray still not with an official at-bat yet. Hit by a pitch, scored in the first, walked in the second, and was hit by another pitch in the fourth. And McCray looks at strike 1. Hill not away from sending us to the top of the 7th. Davis County now trails 5-4. The 0-1 fastball popped up, foul territory and out of play. And that got on the roof of the high school, so I don't think anybody's getting that anytime soon. And home plate umpire goes towards the Davis County dugout to get a couple more balls. 0-2 to count to Jarrett McCray. Hill away from a strike away from getting out of this inning. McCray hits it on the ground to second. DeCry throws the first, and that will do it. But EBF does break the tie with a leadoff solo homer by Nolan Stetter. And as we head to the top of the 7th, last chance coming up for Davis County. They trail 5-4 on the Atomo Radio Sports Network.
It's more than an education. It's more than a degree. William Penn University is alive with opportunity. Opportunity in a diverse student body. Opportunity in a staff that works with your budget. Opportunity in over 30 programs of study. Opportunity in a classroom where your voice is heard. Find your future and the opportunities waiting for you. Start your planning today at wmpenn.edu and see why William Penn University is alive with opportunity.
Whether you are a player, cheerleader, or coach, your friends at Petrita Orthodontics are cheering for you. We are proud of the students in our area and are happy to support them in their school activities. We want to see you smile on and off the field. If you or your child are in need of orthodontic care, call us for a free no-obligation appointment. We have many different options available to help your child's bite and smile. Call us today at Petrita Orthodontics in Ottumwa and Oskaloosa. We look forward to making you smile.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Atomo Radio Sports Network.
Last chance coming up for Davis County here in the top of the 7th. They trail EBF 5-4. Here in game 1 of our doubleheader. New pitcher in the game is Trey Moore. He moves from third base to the mound. And that's what head coach Tom Hallgren was doing. As soon as Nolan Stetter hit that leadoff homer in the bottom of the 6th, he pointed to the dugout and yelled at Trey, and I'm assuming it was for Trey to get warmed up. And I'm just speculating, but I believe Tom Hallgren, the head coach of EBF, wants to save Adam LaRue for game 2 of this doubleheader. LaRue just pitched nine pitches when he came in relief of McCray. He got the final 2 outs of the top of the 6th. And now Tom Hallgren will task Trey Moore to close things out for the Rockets. 9, 1, and 2 hitters, so the right part of the Davis County lineup is due up. And Garl Norman is the batter to lead things off. Thane Alexander comes into the game, and he'll play at third. And here comes the first pitch from Trey Moore, and the right-hander fires it high and outside for ball 1. Norman grounded out in the second, hit into a fielder's choice in the 5th, but later came around to score on a wild pitch that inning. The 1-0 taken outside, ball 2. Leading off the inning, you figured Norman would at least take a strike here, and the pitch from Moore is fired in there for strike 1. Norman looking for his first hit of the day. And a 2-1 coming from Moore. Fastball high and tight. 3 balls and 1 strike. Davis County and EBF have played 2 exciting games thus far. And the 3-1 pitch is a strike, and the count is full. That would look like an off-speed pitch. And now Norman will have to be ready. The wind and the 3-2 coming to Norman. Outside, ball 4. Good eye by Norman, and that is a leadoff walk for the Mustangs. Tying runs on board, and walks are brought to you by Slayton Polaris. Don't walk from field to field. Call Tim and Dean for the best deal on Polaris Rangers and ATVs, and enjoy a smooth ride on a Polaris to get those chores done. Owen Bennett's had a good day so far. He's 2 for 3 with a run scored and a stolen base. Norman leads off from first, and the first pitch to Owen Bennett's a fastball taken high for ball 1. Trevor Slayton waits on deck for the Mustangs. The 1-0. He squared around the bunt, but the fastball was taken high, and he pulled the bat back in time to take ball 2. So Todd White kind of showing his hand there, looking to get that tying run in scoring position, willing to sacrifice an out to do so. And now the 2-0 to Bennett. Squares the bunt again, and that's another fastball out of the zone. 3-0. Now things get very interesting. Will head coach Todd White have the bunt still on at 3-0? Here's a pitch by Moore. Bennett takes all the way, and he takes a strike. Three 3-1 to count to Bennett, with Norman taking his lead from first, and Moore's next pitch is a strike. And now the count is full. With the count full, we'll see if Todd White sends the runner Norman from second. The runner stays put. The hit's hit on the ground to second. And it's fumbled by her at second base, and everybody is safe. An error by Jaden Herr now has Davis County with runners at first and second, nobody out. And now head coach Tom Hallgren of EBF will come out to talk to not only Trey Moore, but the rest of his infield. This has been a thrilling game 1 of our doubleheader. And seriously, if all the games were like this, and this is the ultimate run that back game, we will run that back here in about half an hour after the conclusion of game 1. But Davis County won in a walk-off fashion in Bloomfield earlier in the season. As the game went to extra innings, they ended up winning 4-3, scoring 2 runs in the bottom of the inning to win it. And they've had to rally here in Eddyville in game 1 of this doubleheader, with EBF scoring 3 runs in the first, 2 in the second to take a 4-1 lead. Davis County tied it up with 3 runs in the top of the 5th. Norman scored on a wild pitch. Kate Tharp hit a 2-run homer. But a solo homer by Nolan Stetter has EBF ahead 5-4, but the Mustangs are threatening. Runners at first and second, nobody out, and the batter will be Trevor Slayton, who so far is 3 for 3 on the day. Slayton, 3 for 3, a run scored, an RBI, and also 2 stolen bases, so he's really filled up every column of the score sheet so far. Moore's first pitch to Slayton. He squares the bunt. He pushes it up the first base line. Good bump. Moore fumbles it. The throw to first is not in time. And the bases are loaded. So Slayton is aboard. And Kay Tharp comes up. And all he did last time was launch a pitch over the left field wall to tie this game at 4. Back in the 5th inning. Bases loaded, nobody out. Corners are playing in, middle's playing back, so they will concede a double play for a run, and the first pitch is taken for a ball from Trey Moore. High drama for the Mustangs here in the top of the 7th. The 1-0 to Tharp, and that's a strike on the outside corner. Norman is at third. Bennett at second, Slayton at first. The 1-1, hit on a line, out to right center field. That ball is off the wall. Norman scores. Bennett scores. Slayton to third. Davis County leads it 6-5. A 2-run double by Kay Tharp. So once again, one of Davis County's big boppers comes through. And the Mustangs have the lead once again at 6-5. Caden Hill is up with runners at second and third. Still nobody out in the inning, and the EBF infield now comes in. First pitch to Hill. Squared the bunt, took a ball outside. Two runs in. Davis County has the lead. Still nobody out in the inning, and the pitch is taken low and outside, ball 2. Caden Hill 0 for 3 so far today, looking to change that and give Davis County more of a cushion here in the top of the 7th. The 2-0. He puts a bunt down. Here comes the run from third, and it is an out as Slayton is tagged out at home for out number 1. Good play by Moore, shoveling it to Leonard to tag out Slayton at home. Hill's on first on the fielder's choice. Tharp takes third on the play, and Clay Collier will bat with runners at the corners and 1 out. Looks like we'll have a courtesy runner for Caden Hill, who is now the pitcher, and it will be Caden Glosser who pops out from the dugout. So EBF was able to cut down the run at home to keep it a 6-5 ball game. And after home plate umpire squares things away with EBF's coach, we're ready to resume. Moore now a double play away from getting out of the inning. Runner goes, pitch is taken for a strike. The throw to second, not in time, and Glosser has himself a stolen base. So that takes the double play out of the equation. Collier so far 0 for 3 on the day here in game 1. Moore with the 0-1. That's taken for a strike on the outside corner. No balls and 2 strikes now to Clay Collier. 2 runs are in for Davis County. They lead at 6-5 here in the top of the 7th. Looking for more before they have to contend with the bottom part of the frame. That's taken in the dirt. Good block by Leonard. Keeping it in front of him. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Tharp is not the fastest runner at third. Keep that in mind if a ball gets hit to an infielder. But that's a line drive out the right center field and down for a base hit. Rolling to the wall. Tharp scores. Right behind him is Glosser to score. A 2-run double by Clay Collier to make it 8-5 Mustangs. A good time for Collier to get his first hit of the game. And now Davis County has their biggest advantage of this game. Runner at second, still 1 out in the inning. And here's Draven to Cry. First pitch is a curveball taken high for ball 1. So I catch Tom Hallgren of EBF rolled the dice, took out Adam LaRue, his lanky left-hander, brought in Moore. And Davis County's been able to score 4 runs off him, and that pitch is hit in the air to the left field. Flag sails under it. Makes the catch. Collier will stay put at second, 2 outs. So it'll be up to Nathan Smolek to try to drive in another run to make this a 9-5 ball game here in the top of the 7th. Smolek came in the 6th inning. He struck out swinging his first time up. He swings at the first pitch, fouls it back towards the screen, and that hits part of the screen, so that's a foul ball. Garl Norman led off the inning with a walk. Bennett reached on an error. Slayton singled to load the bases. Tharp hit a 2 RBI double. Hill reached on a fielder's choice. And Clay Collier with a 2-run double of his own. For the 4 runs Davis County has scored here in the top of the 7th to turn a 5-4 deficit into an 8-5 lead. Runner at second, 2 outs. Here's the 0-1 to Smolek, taken outside. Game 1 of our doubleheaders going down to the wire. And now the 1-1 to Smolek. A bit outside, and Trey Moore wanted that call on the mound. But he doesn't get it, and the count is now 2 balls and 1 strike. And the next one coming to Smolek is swung on and missed. If Smolek can reach, Logan Hale will bat here in the top of the 7th. And the 2-ball, 2-strike pitch to Smolek is popped up in foul territory, but that gets out of play and hits the building behind us. I noticed this during the St. Louis game yesterday. Not a lot of people's heads go skyward when there's a pop-up towards us, which is a scary proposition. Got to pay attention even though there's a screen here for protection. Another 2-2 to Smolek. That's taken high, and the count is full. So Nathan Smolek has the count at 3-2. Trey Moore ready to come home with pitch number 31 of this inning. That's hit foul, and that just gets out of play. Just past the hustling Alexander, the third baseman, who hustled to the fence, but that got out of his reach. So as I said, a long inning for Trey Moore as he looked to close the game out with a 1-run lead. Instead, his team now trails by 3. Here comes another payoff pitch to Nathan Smolek. High fastball taken for ball 4. And it continues for Logan Hale, the first baseman.
At bat, number 21, Logan Hale.
Logan Hale is 1 for 3. Make that 1 for 2. He has a single and a walk. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. First pitch is outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Hale is the 9th player to bat in this inning. The 1-0. Fastball high. Hale has 8 RBI on the season. A hit here might get him RBI number 9. The 2-0. Fastball wide. 3 balls, no strikes. Garl Norman, who led things off with a walk, is waiting on deck to bat for the second time this inning if Hale can reach. 3 balls, no strikes. You figure Hale will be taken with the count 3-0, which he does, and it is low for ball 4, and the bases are loaded. Walks are brought to you by Slay and Polaris. Don't walk from field to field. Call Tim and Dean for the best deal on Polaris Rangers and ATVs, and enjoy a smooth ride on a Polaris to get those chores done. It will not be Garl Norman batting. Instead, we'll see Isaac Kramer, who will pinch hit for Norman. Kramer has a home run on the season. He has 2 hits on the year, one of them being a home run. Bases full of Mustangs, 2 outs in the inning. Davis County leads at 8-5 here in the top of the 7th. Trey Moore winds and comes home with the first pitch to Kramer. Fastball high, ball 1. So Kramer now the 10th batter of the inning. The 1-0. Fastball high. And Trey Moore, once again judging by his body language, wanted that pitch to be called a strike. Instead it's 2-0. Next pitch is swung on and missed by Kramer. 2-1. It looks like Kramer might have swung at ball 3. But he still has the count in his favor at 2 balls and 1 strike. Here comes the next one for Moore with the bases loaded. Fastball taken for a strike on the inside corner to make it 2-2. Clay Collier's at third. Smolik's at second. Hale at first, and the 2-2 pitch is swung on and missed, and that will do it for Davis County here in the 7th. But the Mustangs do score 4 runs on 3 hits, 1 error, and they left the bases loaded. And as we head to the bottom of the 7th, Davis County 3 outs away from winning Game 1 of this doubleheader. They have an 8-5 lead on the Atomo Radio Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Karsten. And I'm Callie. And we are the Neeps Girls. We would like to personally invite you to our parents' new store
on the south side of the square in Bloomfield.
Stop in and have them make you a custom shirt, hat, banner, sign, or even your school mascot.
They stay open late on Thursdays until 7.
We hope to see you soon.
Neebs Graphics, making you stand out.
Neebs Graphics on the south side of the Bloomfield Square.
John at Collision Corner knows that when you get in an accident and need some work done on your vehicle, you want the process to go smooth and easy. That's why Collision Corner is your best choice. John is a preferred body shop, which means he can work directly with your insurance company. He will handle the claim from start to finish. Collision Corner knows you need your car back as soon as possible, and they will also pick it up and deliver it to you for free. When you have an accident, call John and his team at Collision Corner in Bloomfield, and don't forget to like them on Facebook.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Atomo Radio Sports Network.
Davis County 3 outs away from securing Game 1 of this doubleheader. They have an 8-5 lead over EBF as they look to finish off this game, which would be a come from behind victory if they can get the final 3 outs. 3, 4, 5 hitters do it for the Rockets, starting with Wyatt Klein, who had an RBI double and later scored in the first. Hit into a double play in the second and grounded to short in the 4th. And he takes a ball over but low for ball 1. Caden Hill still on top of the mound, looking to close this one out for the Mustangs, the 1-0. Fouled off his shin, it looked like. Rather painful, strike 1. Climb back into the right-hander's box, facing the right-hander Hill. And now the 1-1 pitch is a curveball taken for strike 2. A beauty of a curveball that had Klein frozen. Hill nods his head and comes home with the 1-2, another curveball. That one's fouled away. Davis County with 4 runs in the top of the 7th to take an 8-5 lead. And the 1-2 pitch is hit in the air, foul territory, right field side. That gets over the fence and out of play. Klein continues to battle with a count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Hill came into the game in the 5th inning, and the only run he's allowed was a solo homer to lead off the bottom of the 6th. The 1-2 pitch is foul tipped at the plate, and Klein stays alive with the count still at 1-2. Hill with a wind and another 1-2 pitch to Klein. Fastball taken low, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Keep in mind, we'll be right back with you with Game 2 after a short break from here in Eddyville, as Davis County will look to hopefully secure this win and maybe win the game there too. But that pitch is lined into left field for a base hit, and Klein has himself a leadoff single. So still some work to be done here in the bottom of the 7th. Leadoff man reaches for EBF, and that brings up Logan McCray.
Now batting, number 21, Logan McCray.
Throw to first, and it gets past Hale. It rolls towards foul territory. And going to second is Klein, so it'll be an E1 on Hill. So now a runner at second, nobody out in the inning. Here's Logan McCray. And he swings and misses for strike 1. McCray with a single, a run scored, and he also has 2 strikeouts. The 0-1 is fouled away, 0-2. I put a star next to his single in the first because he grounded it up the middle, and it looked like it was going to be Slayton that was going to be able to glove it and throw him out. Instead, it hit the umpire in the field, who he's in play, and it just turned out to be a hard luck single. That pitch gets past Hill, and on the wild pitch, Klein takes third. One ball, 2 strikes to Logan McCray. Davis County 3 outs away from securing game 1 of this doubleheader, but EBF is going to make them work for it. The 1 ball, 2 strike pitch to McCray is fouled away towards us and to the screen. Count remains 1-2, and the next one to McCray. Curveball, swing, and a miss. And there's out number 1. Third strikeout for Hill. A big out number 1, and here's Jaden Herr. He is 0 for 3, looking to atone. His error in the 7th inning really opened the door for Davis County. First pitch is a fastball taken outside for ball 1. Norman reached on a leadoff walk, and then Bennett hit a ball to Herr that he fumbled and couldn't throw anybody out, and that pitch is swung on and missed for strike 1. And that really opened the floodgates as Slayton reached on a bunt, and then K. Tharp with a 2-run double to give Davis County a lead. Curveball taken outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. Runner at third, 1 out in the bottom of the 7th, I should say. Davis County 2 outs away from securing game 1. That pitch is taken a bit high. Caden Hill winced after that pitch was not called a strike. And now the count is 3-1 to Herr. And now the next one. Taken high, ball 4, and the tying run will come to the plate. Timeout called. Head coach Todd White coming out to the mound. And let's see if Tyler White decides to bring in another arm to try to finish off this game. Davis County Baseball is brought to you by Geotech Sand and Stone, 3 miles west of Eldon on River Road. Call Jody for all your state-certified concrete sand, top-quality black dirt, fill sand, and wash gravel at 799-1235. A doubleheader today, and then the Mustangs will travel to Moravia tomorrow. And then a game that just got announced today, Mustangs will go to Keokuk on Wednesday, and then wrap up the week with Knoxville in a doubleheader Friday night in Bloomfield. So a 4-game road swing followed by a Friday doubleheader is the week ahead for the Mustangs. Trey Moore's the batter. He represents the tying run. Infield looking to turn 2. The first pitch bounces to the plate, gets away from Hill, and here comes a run, and it will score to make it 8-6. As Wyatt Klein scores on the wild pitch. Hurt takes second. And that just makes things tighter here in Eddyville. 1-0 to count to Trey Moore. And the pitch. Grounded foul to the third base side. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nolan Stetter, who broke a 4-4 tie to lead off the 6th with a solo shot, waits on deck for EBF. The 1-1. Moore pops it up. Foul territory out of play behind us. Caden Hill has 1 strikeout in the inning. He could sorely use another one here to Trey Moore. The 1-2 pitch. Hit in the air, center field, but Norman's there. 2 outs. And the last chance for the Rockets of EBF is personified by Nolan Stetter, who stands at home plate. And as I mentioned moments ago, he did hit a homer his last time up to lead off the 6th and give the Rockets a 5-4 lead. First pitch is a check swing at a curveball. The throw to third is not in time, as that was her taking third on the wild pitch. I believe they called that a ball. 2 outs in the inning, a runner at third. 1-0 the count to Stetter. Fastball taken inside, ball 2. Stetter represents the tying run. The 2-0, taken for a strike on the inside corner. Good pitch by Hill. 2 balls and 1 strike. Hill not showing any fear, going inside on Stetter, who hit a home run down the left field lines last time up. And now EBF is down to their final strike, as Stetter fouled that one back. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, with the Mustangs leading by 2 here in the bottom of the 7th. Mustangs a strike away, and the pitch by Hill is fouled away as Stetter just got a piece of it. And the count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hill with a nod, now comes set. Rocks and fires. Swing and a miss. The ball got in the dirt. They'll have to throw it to first, and the Stangs win. The Stangs win. The Mustangs win it. A strikeout closes it out, and Davis County secures game number 1 of the doubleheader by a final score of 8-6. We'll take a break and tell you all about game 1 of the doubleheader. It was a come from behind Davis County victory, and we'll be back on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Take summer by storm on a new Polaris. Right now, the world's best-selling off-road lineup is priced to move. Get more done with a hardworking Ranger. chase adventure on a legendary sportsman, or live wide open in a high-performance razor. Rebates up to $2,000 are available now during the Polaris Summer Sales event.
Slayton Polaris. Stop in and see Tim or Dean today for a great deal on a new Polaris.
Hi, this is Chris Ledke, owner of Pulaski Lumber. I would like to personally invite you to see our updated inventory. We have a nice selection of tools, plumbing, flooring, tile, accessories, and as always, we can order in anything you might need. Josh is also available to offer you professional 3D drawings to design your new home, deck, or addition. We don't charge huge architect fees, but are confident you will be happy with our work. We look forward to meeting you at Pulaski Lumber, your start-to-finish lumberyard.
The busy farming season is here, and Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield is the best place to go for all your seed and fertilizer needs. They're focused on one thing and one thing only, providing their customers with the best products and services to grow the best crops possible. Farmers, call them today for liquid and dry fertilizers, starters, small seed, and corn and soybean seed. They also offer crop protection chemicals and custom applications. See why other area farmers are turning to Bob Lawson and the staff at Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield, where results in your field are always their first concern.
Hi, this is Kendall with Citizens Mutual. It's a busy time of the year, so we want you to save as much time as possible. Whether you need internet, TV, or phone service, we can handle all of them for you. We also have a great selection of TVs ranging from 32 to 65 inch, as well as appliances. Stop in today, and remember, Citizens Mutual is owned and operated by its customers. So when you walk in the door, we don't just treat you like a customer, we treat you like you're the boss, because you are. We're looking forward to seeing you at Citizens Mutual, just off the square in Bloomfield.
Keith's Foods in Bloomfield has been serving the Bloomfield area since 1969 with quality cut steaks, ripe seasonal produce, scrumptious bakery cakes and sweets, fresh dairy products, and of course, tasty smoked meats. We also have available hunting licenses, stamps, money orders, and gift cards too. Open till 9 p.m. every day. We pride ourselves in providing small town service in a big way while keeping up with trends and latest items across the country. Yes, Keith's Foods is your hometown grocery store and so much more. Keith's Foods, where we always take your groceries out to your car. Proud supporter of the Davis County Mustangs.
Are you installing a new septic system? The man to call is Jody at Geotech Sand and Stone. They have state-certified septic sand, as well as top-quality black dirt, fill sand, and washed gravel for landscaping. They also have large rocks to add to your landscaping. Geotech Sand and Stone has very competitive prices. Stop out and get a load, or have one of their contractors haul it for you. Call Jody today for more information at 799-1235. That's 799-1235. Geotech Sand and Stone, 3 miles west of Eldon on River Road. Attention Southern Iowa. Do you need a better night's sleep? Maybe it's time to get a new mattress. Dixon's Mattress Outlet in Bloomfield has the most competitive prices on new mattresses in all different sizes. Darren sells camper mattresses, commercial bedding, rollaways, special order sizes, bed frames, and mattress protectors. Call Darren today and he'll meet you at the warehouse. Dixon's Mattress Outlet, 641-664-3060. That's 664-3060.
Sometimes life can get a little busy and plans can change. That doesn't mean you have to put your future on hold. With William Penn University's online and evening classes, you can further your education on your schedule. Choose online, in-classroom, or blended with locations in Oskaloosa and Johnston. Start your planning today at wmpenn.edu. Classes start throughout the year. Continue your education on your terms, on your turf, with William Penn University.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Atomo Radio Sports Network.
Game number 1 is in the books of our doubleheader from here in Eddyville, and Davis County prevails by the final score of 8-6. You're listening to the Northside Insurance postgame show. Quote the claim, your friends at Northside Insurance take care of you. Davis County scored a run in the first inning, courtesy of a RBI single by Trevor Slayton. EBF, however, countered with four runs, 3 in the first and 2 in the second, and they had a 4-1 lead going to the top of the 5th. But in that 5th inning, Garl Norman, who reached on a fielder's choice, scored on a wild pitch. Slayton got aboard on a single, and Kay Tharp hit a tying 2-run homer to knot the game up at 4. EBF took a 5-4 lead when Nolan Stetter led off the 6th inning with a solo shot, but then Davis County rallied for 4 runs in the top of the 7th. And even though EBF scored one run in the bottom of the 7th, Davis County was able to come away with an 8-6 victory in Game 1. Davis County with 8 runs on 10 hits, 3 errors, and 7 men left on base. EBF with 6 runs on 5 hits, 1 error, and 7 men left on. Winning pitcher, Caden Hill. He went 3 innings in relief, allowing 2 runs, 1 of them earned on 2 hits, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. His record is now 2-1. Trey Moore, in the loss, came in the 7th inning and couldn't hold things down for EBF, and he falls now to 0-2. Time of the game was 2 hours and 5 minutes. And Davis County comes away with 8-6 victory to move their record to 11-6, 8-3 in South Central Conference play. EBF now drops to 14-8 and a league record of 10-5. So that will do it for game number 1 of this doubleheader. And before we let you go, we got to let you know who is the Neves Graphics Player of the Game. Think of them first for your custom-made shirts, hats, banners, and much more. Stop in and see Callie today on the south side of the Bloomfield Square. And let's go ahead and give it to the big bopper, Kate Tharp. A tying 2-run homer in the 5th. And then a 2-run double in the 7th to give Davis County the lead. So he tied the game in the 5th, put Davis County out in front in the 7th. I'd say that's good enough to make him the Neves Graphics Player of the Game, so congratulations to Kate Tharp. A 2-for-4 night with a homer, a double, and 4 runs driven in. So that's going to do it for game 1 of our doubleheader. Once again, our final score, Davis County 8, EBF 6. Davis County now 11-6 on the season, 8-3 in South Central Conference play. EBF draws to 14-8 and 10-5. We'd like to thank you for making us a part of your late Monday afternoon and early Monday evening. We'll be right back with you after a break for game 2 of our doubleheader from here in Eddyville, as Davis County will look to secure the sweep over the Rockets here momentarily. In the meantime, for our producer Corey Finch, this is Ellis Kojo saying so long from Eddyville. You have been watching Davis County Baseball on the Atomo Radio Sports Network.